is Paula, Northwest Chicago. I just want to say, gentlemen, that uncandidly, we are seeing the fatal collapse of capitalism in the United States of America. And I would venture to say, and I'm Christian, and I'm going to say this on the air, and it's not prophecy because I'm going to tell you, Christian, how it cuts down to the chase. We're going to see that the rich cannot no longer live on the poor. And coming down on that one, now the outrage is, gentlemen, that the rich don't want to endeavor to carry the poor. Okay, you know where I'm coming from here.
Okay.
And yeah, absolutely. And so now, vindictively, they do not want to accept and acknowledge Obama's scheme of things because they do not want, they're calling it socialism, communism, pinky thing. My father told me back in the 60s, it doesn't carry today, gentlemen.
Okay,
we
Paula,
need to take...
Okay, I'd like to talk to Larry a little bit about that.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay. So, I think this is an interesting question, Larry, from the perspective of really, a change in path.
Big change.
Now, I'm not sure that it's the end of capitalism.
No,
as
I don't
Paula
think
may say. But how do you think that how we're doing business is going to change based upon this?
Well, I think first of all that what you're going to see is an acknowledgement that there's a tide to history. You go left, you go right, you go left. So I think we've all seen the abuses of rampant capitalism by capitalism without any restrictions or any regulations. I think you're going to see a return of a lot of regulations that will protect a lot of people. And I think you're also going to see regulations on some of these financial institutions. And I was
you were a financial institution.
I was a financial institution. But, some of the things that occurred in the past 6 or 7 years, and I'm afraid I didn't even know about half these things, but they were rampant and people made a lot of money. And I think that's going to end. And I think that Obama talked about that. But if you talked about his speech, he talked about a different way of doing business and a different way of living as a country. So I think that woman is right that way in that there's going to be changes, and there will be. But let's remember one thing. The whole theory of capitalism is one of creative destruction.
Right.
And this is supposed to happen. You take a look at these big companies that are failing, that's the way it's supposed to be. They get too big, they make mistakes, and guess what happens? Those are openings for small business.